These are the plaintiffs, Amelia and Reynaldo. They said they've known the defendant since she was 16 years old, and having to take her to court is quite upsetting, to say the least. They lived in one of her apartments for a while, accidentally left behind a very expensive set of tire rims, and can't seem to get the woman to return them. So here they are. They're suing for $2,250, the amount they're owed. This is the defendant, Evelyn Cossack. She says the plaintiffs left her apartment in a horrible state. It was disgusting. There was urine-soaked cat litter, old moldy food in the refrigerator. You name it, they made a mess of it. She's happy to return the old cruddy rims, but they need to pay her for the damages first. She's accused of holding property hostage. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,004.76 for apartment damages.
Okay. Amelia and Reynaldo, what are you sitting down? Stand up. Amelia and Reynaldo, you've asked us not to mention your last names, and we'll respect that. You are suing Evelyn Cossack, your former landlord, for $2,250 in lost wages and the value of tire rims that you left behind at your landlord's place. And you have a counterclaim against them for $2,004.76 in damages based on how they left the place. Go ahead, you go first. Tell me what happened.
I had moved in 10 years ago.
How did you two know each other?
She used to date my father, and I used to babysit her son. And we actually had a friendship, so it's unfortunate that we are here today, but this is the way I feel that it had to be because I wasn't getting an answer from her otherwise.
Okay.
When we decided to move out, we had given her...
Wait, you moved in 10 years ago?
Yes.
And it's not the two of you then?
No, I was there on my own. I had a roommate with me, and the apartment, we took it as is, and I did all of the work. I put $2,000 worth of work into that apartment, new carpeting down, new sheetrock up, and...
Well, when you did it, you do know that you can't take the work with you.
Of course,
right,
of course. I wasn't planning on it. I told her, you know, once the time comes that we move out.
Did you have a lease?
Yes, we had a lease, except for the last year that we were there. We did not renew a lease with her, but we still gave her the benefit of the doubt and stayed until the lease would have been up on October 14th.
Okay, and so what happened?
Well, we had given her a couple months' notice. I told her when we were starting to move, and she said, okay, no problem, you know, just let me know what's going on. And when we moved out, we came to the date of October 14th, and she was away in a different state with her husband, and I had told her, I have a couple of emails here too showing it, that I was leaving a couple of items, behind in the basement.
Why?
Because we didn't have enough room to bring them over, and that I was going to put them in my mother's storage. It was fine. It was just a couple boxes behind an alcove.
Yeah, I know, but you can't just notify your landlord that you plan to do that. They're not storage. So, did she okay that?
Yes.
Or?
She said that the boxes were behind there, and that I would go back a week later and pick them up.
She said that it was okay?
Yes, because I had told her that I was going to go back a week later to pick everything up and bring it to my mother's house.
Okay.
But she was out of town, so she wanted us to wait until she got back. Her husband came back earlier, and we had set it up with him to meet up with him and to give him the keys back and to go back over to the apartment and take the last of the stuff that was there and throw it out, do one last walkthrough. But we were waiting for them to get back from their vacation or wherever they were, going. And when we got back, when her husband got back, he came to the new place that my husband and I are in, and we gave him the keys, and I said, I'll go over with you because there's, a bed frame that's in there. We'll take it out, and a couple of items of trash. We'll take it out. He said, no, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. And next thing I know, I got an email from her a couple weeks later that I was a vindictive person.
Okay. There was an email that you sent to her saying, if I didn't know better, I would think this was an act of a vindictive person because of the condition that the place was left.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I took photographs of the apartment after I'd gone in. I mean, I had to take the curtains down from the walls because I couldn't see. It was very dark in there. And that's when I realized that there was garbage left. There was a completely assembled bed, a bag full of garbage on top of the stove. The refrigerator had been left unplugged with food in it. And then in the back bedroom...
Is this your husband?
Well, my significant other.
Okay. I know their standards are different than ours. Right? But did he... Come on up. Can you come on up? Did you meet with her and say everything was okay? And...
The answer is no.
Okay.
I just told her, I said, look, let me take care of it, because I took her for a word in terms of a bed, a bag of garbage. I said, oh, hell, I could easily take care of something like that.
Okay.
The
so did you ever actually go in and...
I did not.
Oh, you did not? What was the point of you what was the point of you going there at all?
No. I physically went to pick up the keys at her new location.
Okay.
the keys to the old
Oh, so
apartment.
you meet her at a different location, not where
Right.
this apartment is.
No, I
Right.
did not.
So then you don't go see the place. The first person who goes to see the place is you, and you can't believe the state of disarray. And
Right.
what is the state of disarray? There's food in the refrigerator.
Then there was a dresser in the back bedroom, the full cat pan, and some sort of cabinet also. I don't
Did
know.
you leave a bunch of
In the
furniture?
kitchen.
Actually, everything, 'cause I'm the
actually
one that
let
went
him
there to
clean.
everything.
Okay.
When I went there, absolutely.
What, okay, so wait. So you sent him to clean up the place you
When
lived in
we
for
had
10
moved
years?
out, we all moved out because he lived there with me.
Why would you
moved in
send
with me.
him?
We
Are
all
his
moved-
standards
She
not
was
different than
working. He
yours?
was working.
Like, seriously.
No,
like,
no, but he had gone over to finish it up because I was at my job and he
Okay.
wasn't working.
So go ahead.
So as a fiance,
Ray,
he
go
went over.
ahead.
I left 3 items: a bed frame, 2 dressers, and 3 broomsticks and a small cat litter thing.
You end up communicating with her that you can't believe the way the apartment was left. Do you have pictures?
Yes, they do.
Okay, can I see the pictures, please?
Here are the pictures.
What is that a picture of?
That's the living room.
Now, this is a refrigerator, and it's got food in it. Why would you leave food in the refrigerator?
We did not leave food in the refrigerator.
not leave food in
I'm
there.
sorry to say, but she had people over there to renovate the apartment. There was sheetrock left in the hallway that was not ours, and I
at
have
the
a
same
feeling that they may have left
At
it
the same
there.
time we was moving, she had someone in there doing work to the building on the basement and in the apartment.
You're suggesting somebody else put the food in
Yes.
there? What's all the stuff on the stove? I can't tell
That's
from
the
the picture.
bag of garbage.
Why would you leave a bag of garbage on the stove?
We didn't leave it on the stove. We left it on the side where the other brooms.
Why did you just
and
take
the
your
cat
bag
litter-
of garbage and your brooms?
We was gonna take it out. We was gonna throw it out, but we left that night because it was getting late. Because I was in the moving process of moving everything back and forth that whole weekend, and he did come Sunday
happened
to
to the
get the keys.
wainscoting?
I did that, taking the
we admit
furniture.
that we did
I admit
that.
I be responsible for things that I did.
So you see this, and what do you say to her? You owe me money, or what do you say?
Well, what I said to her in October was, that I wanted to be paid for this damage because, for instance, the urine on the floor in the carpet was so bad that even when we took that up, the wood on the floor, the subfloor, it was all soaked.
Did you have pets?
I had a cat and I had a dog, and
Did your cat and dog pee him?
no, my dog.
No,
peed on-
even in your complaint you
My
admit
dog-
that.
My dog has a wee pad. My cat may have peed a couple of times on my
yeah,
clothing.
all right. Let's see what you
But
say
it wasn't
in your
urine
complaint.
stained.
Yeah, let's see what you say. In your
And I
complaint.
have the reason why those carpets were
Let's
put
see
there,
what
Judge,
you
is
say in
because
your
I
complaint.
have
She
pictures
said
of
the
what the
rug
floor
was
looks
soaked
like.
in cat urine, but that is ridiculous. The cat peed every now and then over the years, yes, but not to the point that it was soaked. And we also had a dog, but he mostly peed on the wee-wee pads. Pet urine stinks. I mean,
Your Honor?
yeah.
When I rented her the apartment, I told her, this apartment is as is. I'm going to renovate the other 2
Can I
apartments.
ask you a question? Did she have other boyfriends? I mean, it's been 10 years is a long time. Were there other people in her life before Ray got into the scene?
Yes, there
And
was
did
one.
things change when Ray walked in?
It got worse, and the denials got worse, and then the dog appears, and I said, the tenants are complaining that the hall smells like urine. Oh no, he never tinkles out in the hall. And while we're standing there talking, the little critter goes over and just stops for a minute, and then,
Oh, that's a lie.
And Pete?
And I have a
I-
picture
Wait,
of
wait,
how
and
big my
Pete?
dog is.
Hold on.
yes.
So when you rent an apartment, do you have to leave it in the same condition that you got it?
Yeah, you should. If you want.
I mean, does it have to be like broom clean, the whole thing?
if you want your deposit back, it should be as clean as it was when you moved in.
So you have to literally scrape it clean.
Yes, you do.
I hear you.
Don't be filthy.
Gotcha. Yes. I heard you. I heard you 2 minutes ago. Okay, go inside the courtroom.
Do you have the receipts to show the repairs that had to be done? Now, your version of this is that she was wanting to do renovations and that she's just trying to pass that bill along to you.
Yes.
Now, how do the tire rims come into play here?
The tire rims coming because when I was moving out, I had to get the stuff out from the car.
When was your plan to pick up the tire rims? Why were they still in
That Sunday.
That Sunday, but we couldn't get a hold of her because she wasn't answering back.
Did you ever say to her, I want to pick up my rims?
Yes.
And
Plenty
what
of
did she
times.
say?
You can't have them. I want to be paid for
Okay,
the.
did you ever tell her that no, you weren't going to release those because she owed you money for the damages?
I told her, I said, pay me for the damages, and I'll be glad to exchange the
So
stuff.
you did hold it hostage. That's what the part I was trying to understand because in
Well,
your answer to the complaint,
yeah,
you make
I
it
didn't
sound
throw
like she
them
could
in
have
the
picked them up
dumpster as
anytime.
abandoned property either.
Who is the contractor? Clay?
Yes.
Okay, why would they have to pay for a new refrigerator?
When Amelia moved in, I had bought a refrigerator for the apartment, as I did the other
Okay,
two
that was 10 years old.
apartments.
Why would they have to buy a brand new refrigerator for you?
Because it was so full of mold and so disgusting. I can't imagine cleaning it enough to put my food in it.
Okay, we're done. I sort of wish that you two had been there together at the apartment before the transfer of the keys and before anything, and while everything was fresh, to handle it. Because I think that you two, had a connection, and, for whatever disappointment you now feel, you two, I think, you would have looked at her and said, clean this up and get the stuff out of here, and it just would have gotten done. When they get involved, all of a sudden, then there's all these hurt feelings between you two, but neither one of you are there to conduct business when you need to be there to conduct business. You should have left the place yourself the way you would have liked somebody to have left it for you, all right? Holding their stuff hostage is not okay. So here's what's going to happen. This stuff is going back to you. It's yours. You can't hold it hostage. But there are damages that I believe that the two of you are responsible for, and I'm going to make you pay them, all right? The cleaning, you're going to pay. The installation of the new floors, you're going to pay. I'm not going to order you to pay for the refrigerator because I really don't know if that stuff that I see there is stuff that was left by, the contractor or not stuff that was left by the contractor. And in any event, we're talking about a couple of bucks anyway because it's a depreciated value of a 10-year-old refrigerator. So we'll move on. On your claim against them for lost wages, no. Okay, but you're going to be taking your stuff. I don't want to keep this stuff here. So you figure out how to take this. So you'll be taking all. I don't care that you're suing her for the value. You get this garbage. You don't get the value that you place on it. I know you'd rather have $2 grand, but that's not how it's going to work here. You're going to get that. Okay? And on your lawsuit against them for the damages, I find in your favor in the amount of $1,050. That's my verdict, folks.
All right, so here comes the plaintiff. You got your rims back. What's your feeling on the outcome? What you got here?
We're not happy at all.
It's not fair at all.
It's not fair.
Those rims are not good for a car because if they get damaged or something like that and I get in an accident because she trampled those rims, so be it. I mean,
You think those rims might be damaged up?
yes.
You would rather have the money.
No, I don't want the money.
We wouldn't even want the money.
I wanted my stuff.
Well, I mean, that relationship you had with her, it's too bad, isn't it? It's over?
Yeah.
All right, you head right down there. Come on in here. How come the two of you couldn't deal with this before it spun out of control?
I'm sure that Ray doesn't want her to pay me. I'm sure that Ray is not going to be receptive to sharing any of the damage in this.
Did everything change when Ray showed up on the scene here?
Absolutely.
So you tell me about that. How?
It was an in-your-face, I'm the big man, and I basically told him, I said...
You put all this on Ray, then?
No, it's Amelia, too.
Harvey?
Okay, if someone owes you money, you're not allowed to hold their property hostage until they pay you back. The only way you're allowed to do this is if you have a lien on the property. For example, if somebody gives you property as collateral, you can hold it until they pay you back. If you don't have a lien, you don't have a right to hold it. And the fact is, even though they may owe you, they can sue you for the damage if you hold property wrongfully.